What is up, people? Welcome back. This is Make It Make Sense with your man, David.
And myself, Phil. We ain't got Stacey here today. She is unfortunately away. And we're so sad because we don't know what to do without Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we decided to do some reviews. And the first review that we're going to be talking about is HARLEM. Now, HARLEM is a show about 4 women in New York, but more specifically, 4 Black women in Harlem. And they navigate life, dating, and, you know, just being an adult in this world, you know. It's written by Tracy Oliver, the writer of, creator of Girls Trip. So this is something that we definitely looked forward to. But David.
Yeah, man, it was fantastic. So check out our review and let us know what you want us to review next. We're going to be hoping to do a bunch of these different guests coming on as well. So let us know shows that we should know about and be reviewing. And share your thoughts on HARLEM if you've seen it. We'd love to know what you think.
But yeah, guys, enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the review.
Okay, so we are here. We are joined by the lovely Ayalu.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Good. I'm all right. It's a Saturday night. I'm feeling good, feeling fresh, and I'm excited for our conversation. So it's lit.
We are also joined by Darren Music. Big up, Darren. Technically, this is your first time.
Come on.
Free. Technically.
She's
over there. But she would be in short, but she is feeding our child. So we
you have a child, you adult.
Animal Planet.
Oh, man.
But yeah, guys, so we're talking about HARLEM. So let's just see how we came across these shows first, because when I learned that you watched it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't remember sending it to you, but I was like, obviously she's not going to watch everything I sent her. But I'm interested to know how you came across the show in general. For David and Stacey, obviously Stacey's not here, but I came across the trailer on YouTube because like I get a bunch of like Amazon Prime recommended trailers and stuff like that. So I saw Megan Good. I was like, yeah. So clicked on that. I watched the trailer and I was like, I can't wait. I dropped the trailer in our group chat. Then man saw it. But Ali, how did you come across it?
I actually think I came across it via an ad as well. Maybe on YouTube, but then I think what actually focused my mind to watch it was Vamp UK. So the social media agency or influencer agency, I know they were behind like the promotion of it. So that made me think even more like, oh, I need to watch this. But I think the first like impression I got was over YouTube or an ad. I saw Megan Good as well. I saw it was about Black women and I was like, okay, it's going to be lit. Like I'm actually interested based on the ad. But yeah, I don't think if it wasn't for Vamp, I probably wouldn't have like followed through with watching it, but they do their promotion well. So that's how I came across.
That's an interesting one, because I think if it wasn't for Megan Good, I would have followed through watching it. Because when I think I deeped it just today before we started this chat, I've been watching Megan Good for like 15 years.
It's true. She's been around for time.
Yeah, she's been around, right? Not around, but
yeah.
No, man.
But if she had, like, that's fine as well. So, you know, free to do whatever they want, you know.
Right. So, first, I think a lot of, so we've all watched the show, we've all watched it from start to finish. A lot of everything I'm pulling in terms of synopsis and summaries are all from IMDb. So, I mean, I probably should put it from Amazon as well, but yeah, here's what it is. But David, yeah, real quick,
talk to me.
Like we spend so much time trying to create a fantastic logline.
Oh yeah.
And what I'm finding increasingly is that all the shows that are getting greenlit and commissioned have the worst loglines ever. To the point where it's like, what's the point in us even trying to say anything interesting? Let me see. This is the logline that's on IMDb. Yeah, a group of 4 friends follow their dreams after graduating college together.
But see, you don't see in invisible ink led by Megan Good. See, that's our problem. If our thing was a group of 4 friends in London chilling, led by Daniel Kaluuya, John Boyega, Damson Idris, and give me someone else. Not Letitia Rex. People are getting onto her, but I love me some Letitia. But basically, the invisible ink is saying, have some talent attached. And your logline might not need to be so.
Yeah, because let's be frank. Like, I watched this, but like Megan Good was on the thumbnail for the trailer. I saw she was everywhere there. So I was like, I love me some Megan Good. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I watch this? But let's go first impressions. Ayalu, we'll start with you. Not like in terms of the first episode, but the show in general. After you finish, what were your first impressions of the show?
So it's always hard because I think to myself, like, I watched the first episode, I remember thinking, I'm interested. But I will be honest, like, after watching the whole thing, I don't know. I'm not sure. I would say I'm still sort of undecided. I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it, and I thought it was good. But I think I was waiting for something or expecting something, and I'm not even really sure what that was. But I don't think that was fulfilled. And I'm still trying to explore what that means. But genuinely, first impression, it was good, an enjoyable watch, but I felt like I needed something more. Even in the last episode, I was like, but I don't know. It still left a lot of things open. So yeah, I'll keep it at that for now. And then hopefully with our conversation, I'll be able to get to grips with what it is, basically. What about you guys?
Suntan Superman, David, what are you saying?
Yeah, man. You know me. I loved it. It did no wrong. It was flawless. 10 out of 10. Absolutely perfect. Hyperbole, obviously, it wasn't perfect, but I really loved it. I actually kind of share some of Ayalu's sentiments in terms of like wanting something more by the end of it. To the point that it prompted me to watch a whole other show because I was like, I need more of this. But I think that's kind of, I guess, a testament to how much I did love it. I just felt that the ending felt like it could have done with at least one more episode. I don't know. But that's why, I hope we get another season. I feel like where they left certain characters felt a bit flat. But again, that's what the next season is for. But obviously with the main character, Megan Good, it's like, I can see why they ended it there because I see where they're going with it, kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully there's more. But yeah, it feels like the pacing of the ending, they ran it a little bit out of room there. Maybe I don't know, or maybe that's what they wanted to do. They wanted you to be thirsting for it, dying for it. On the edge of your seat for some more. But how about you, brother Phil?
So my first impressions were, after watching the whole thing, was like, oh, okay, cool. I enjoyed that more than I thought I would in the beginning. Like, I remember messaging, I think it was David. I remember saying in the chat, like, oh, okay, yeah, this clearly isn't for me, but we'll see where this goes, type thing. And it's not that I watch. It's not that like every show I watch I think is for me, because I mean, statistically, like demographically speaking, like there's a bunch of shows I enjoy that probably aren't necessarily for me. Like Modern Family, I probably wouldn't say that's for me. Not in the way of like a demographic type thing. But yeah, I found myself actually enjoying the show as a whole. I don't think it's a good show, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I put enjoyment over quality every single day. Like, I don't think Coming to America 2 is good in any way, shape or form, but I enjoyed that film. You see what I'm saying? Like, one of them vibes.
I also enjoyed that film, and it's good film. In certain areas, it's
basically,
good.
we just clarified, David will lie a lot in this.
The shots were in focus in that film. Is that not good?
There was dialogue. There was dialogue.
There was a narrative of sorts.
Beginning, middle, end.
What more do you really want?
It's, boy, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
Spoiled.
Darren, thoughts?
I think I would say pretty much the same thing as I really. I did enjoy it. I do feel like I could have had more. And I also felt like there wasn't enough, like, I guess, surprise factors or wow factors in terms of the storyline. There were some, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't as much as I would have liked. But yeah, I enjoyed it. However, it's kind of like, I would like to see more. So if there were like more episodes, if the next season was out, I would happily watch it. However, if enough time passes without another season, I can easily see myself forgetting about it and be like, I'm completely fine. Would never know what happens after. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a good point. Like from our subjective opinion, but like for the quality of show that we just watched, they can't leave season 2 over a year. Like you can't wait a whole year before you release another season. You need to jump on that. Like, for example, a show like Barry, a show like The Boys, I find Darren asking, oh, when season 2? Oh, 2023. Man, I'll wait. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be like that. But yeah, guys, so in terms of the comparisons, let's talk the comparisons. So something that David and I learned from a book called Save the Cat by Blake Schneider is when you're pitching a story, give me the same thing but different. So you say, it's this, or it's this meets that. So as soon as I watched it, I said, this is Insecure meets Sex and the City, right? I've never watched Sex and the City, but I know it's about New York, right? And then obviously Harlem is in New York. So there's a lot of comparisons to Insecure when you talk about the cast of characters and everything. I never watched Girlfriends. What was it, like 15 years ago that show came out or something like that?
Yeah, it's quite
I never watched Girlfriends, but I knew of it and all that stuff. It wasn't my bag. I mean, I was like a kid, a little black boy. Like, what business do I have watching Girlfriends? So I never watched that, so I don't know how it compares to that. But what do you guys think about the comparisons that the show has gotten?
Malu.
Oh, okay. So this is, from my perspective, what I'm going to say isn't really influenced by social media as much, because I haven't seen people talk about it much on social media. So this is probably just based on me. But I think, Phil, even when we spoke about, like, I'd only watched the first episode at this point, but when we first spoke about it, I mentioned about how I was like already comparing the characters in terms of the friendship group and saying, oh yeah, the Kelly and the this and that. So like, I feel like it's a natural comparison to make, especially between Insecure and Harlem. However, I feel like the more I watched it, the less I thought about comparing it to Insecure as much. I don't know if it's because at the moment I'm very, like, even watching Insecure now as it comes out week by week, it's not at the forefront of my mind as much. So that might be a factor. But I think the more I watched it and the more I got invested in the characters, I was able to see the differences and focus on the differences more. That being said, now thinking about it and reflecting on it, yeah, I do think that they did give us the same but different, or I can't remember what the phrase you mentioned, but yeah, I do think that they basically did that. Like, I'm even thinking about Amanda Seale's character and I can't remember, basically her comparison.
Tiffany from Insecure and then Quinn from Harlem.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now and I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, no, yeah. So,
Darren said that they were the least they're the least interesting of the group, which is fair. It's like they do, like, if you deep their storylines, if you deep Quinn's storyline throughout the whole season, a lot of it feels like an afterthought. Like, oh, we've done this person, let's do this person. Everyone else's stories are quite built. By the end of the season, you can go, oh, I can see where this is, like, all that stuff. Quinn's stuff felt a bit like an afterthought. Like, the Isabella relationship kind of felt like it came out of nowhere at a certain point. It just kind of seemed like they were trying to keep her busy. But yeah.
I don't know, because I mean, I thought that's how I would feel at the beginning. When I first watched it, I thought, like, I'm not going to be interested in her character. But I was actually more interested in her storyline in terms of, dating a stripper with a son. I was more interested in her storyline than, oh my gosh, I can't remember the woman's character with the big hair, the singer. Angie, yeah. I was less interested in her storyline.
Really?
Yeah. And I was at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna love her story. I really want to know what's going on. But then I think obviously there were pockets, like when she was facing the microaggressions with with the co-star. Like that part, I was very interested. But as overall, I thought her storyline was, I don't know, it was kind of lazy as well. I don't know, but that was just...
Damn.
I was more interested in Quinn than Angie.
I think Angie gave the show a lot of tone, right? Mm-hmm. It gave the show a voice. It gave the show an identity in a way. Kind of just as much as Ty's character as well. But I think Get Out the musical is hilarious. Some of the songs there were dope. No. I thought that was superb. I did feel like her character, in my opinion, had the most growth. Angie, from the start of the season to the end of the season, very, very different. Like that character had the most growth. Everyone else didn't grow as much, in my opinion. They had different journeys. For example, someone like Ty, it was like F the world, F men. And then you realize that her F the world, F men mentality has come back to bite her in the ass towards the end. And you see, okay, where's that going to go? Which I kind of wish happened a lot earlier, like maybe episode 6, but is what it is. Camille, I said it to David the other day, she does not change at all throughout the whole thing.
She does.
She's always talking about the little options women have and this and that, and not wanting to bend before any man. And it's like, cool, fair enough if that's your plight, if that's your journey. But she does this. She makes the same decisions in episode 1 that she does in episode 10, and it's like,
she quits her job.
She what? Say that again?
Yeah.
She quits her job. Isn't that enough of a change?
No, but it's still her making decisions. Not necessarily. Okay, I'm not going to say go and make decisions or don't make decisions for yourself. But her whole thing was a frustration of people making decisions for her. Like her fiance Ian, well, not fiance, obviously not fiance. Ian wants to go to Paris. She doesn't want to go. Fair enough, right? She's dating all these guys. They want to have sexual relationship. She doesn't. That guy wanted her to eat the groceries. She was like, nah, I'm good. She dips. Right? Her whole thing was being compared to the Masuo tribe. Right? There is no point where she doesn't do any of that. So the struggle of her journey seems a bit more like it's the struggle that she's creating for everyone else. It's kind of like, and I don't think that's a bad thing, by the way, because I think it makes good TV. This, like I said, I'm interested. But Jess in New Girl, she's pretty much the same from the beginning to the end, pretty much, right? But what you find throughout when you're watching the show is that the show isn't necessarily about her, even though it's called New Girl. It's about her in conjunction with all these other characters, basically. That's what I found interesting. But yeah, sorry, David. What were your thoughts on the comparisons?
Thoughts on the comparisons? I definitely felt a lot of Insecure. And then there's the Savage Show 20s, which is what I was alluding to earlier in terms of I finished watching Harlem and I was like, I need a bit more of this. I feel empty. And then I was like, hold on, there was this Lena Waithe show that I was supposed to get into. I never did. I slapped it on and I was like, yeah, no, this is just Harlem, but in LA. So it was, but also they have like 3 women instead of 4. So it's,
Oh, but it's completely different, David.
Completely different indeed. But it's, you mentioned something when we were speaking off cam, Phil, in terms of like, there being a variety of this kind of show nowadays that is to be appreciated, and I for one appreciate the fact that I can go from Insecure to Harlem's 20s,
because Insecure is like it's coming to its end, and
exactly Harlem's just starting, and 20s has had the 2nd season, probably will get a 3rd. It's just great that there's a variety in this kind of genre, in the sense that, there's similarities, but also each show is definitely its own show. As you said, each show has its own voice. The main characters in 20s, though they probably would get on with the characters from Harlem, they still have their own worldviews and beliefs and struggles and everything. And there's just so much room for this.
I mean,
kind of stuff
even among the characters in Harlem, like, even the 4 girls, they all have their own worldviews and beliefs, to the point where on my first watch, I was just like, why are they friends again? Like, where's the common ground? And then I'm like, Oh, they went to college together. I mean, just like Insecure, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, there were, if I'm being frank, there were direct comparisons between the 4 main characters and the 4 women in Insecure. Obviously, the 4 women in Insecure aren't the 4 main characters.
Yeah.
But the 4, so I think that's a big difference as well. But yeah, guys, we are running out of time. I would say the last thing Darren, what did you think about the comparisons?
I definitely thought Insecure, like from the first episode. And I also thought of Blackish as well, just with the structure of like the narration at the beginning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or Blackish or Grownish, whatever. That kind of style, both, yeah. And another thing that reminded me of Insecure as well was even just the music choice, the selection.
Yes.
All of that.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
So I just say, those 3 things kind of start to me. But even I can like say, okay, this character matches this character in Insecure. They still have different like journeys and storylines, but there's just enough about them to be like, that's that person, that's that person. Yeah. But there could be someone who's watching at home and that's like, they can also point out those people in their friendship group as well. So even though I say Insecure, it could just be a very normal like dynamic to have.
So that's something I thought about. It's like, well, if we've seen, it's not necessarily a cookie cutter because like we said, it is quite different. But if we've seen this type of setup with these type of characters, it's like, well, how accurate is this to real life? How accurate do we have these type of archetypes in social groups for that are full of Black women? And if we have that continuously, and you have that in New York, you have that in LA, you have that in London, hopefully.
Hey, like, come on now.
I want to see what that's like and see where that differs, especially across these different cities and states and everything. I read a couple of reviews. The reviews were mixed, and when I say mixed, that is an understatement because there was 1 star, 10 star, 2 star, 8 star. Like it was, but yeah. So some of the reviews were kind of stupid, but some of the reviews are like they kind of made some good points. One of them said these women need to grow up, and it's like, if you watch the show with emotionally intelligent people, that show would be boring. That show would be so boring.
Drama.
Yeah. Guys, who were your lastly, just before closing, who is your favorite of the four women? Just have a quick think.
Boy.
I think my favorite in terms of storyline is Angie. No, I'll take that back. It's Ty. Storyline Ty. Yeah, I like the fact that she gets like her comeuppance. But in terms of the personality of the character, I feel like I feel like I know a Camille, and I would be friends with someone like Camille. I feel like I know that person. So
I hear that.
Malu, who are your favorites?
Oh, okay, we're gonna go me. Boy, it's tough because I just love all of them. They just will give me something different in different ways. I have to, like, I know I have a Megan Good bias in it, so it's like I see her, she's just phenomenal. I rate her highly. We've had debates on like how highly I rate Megan Good, and probably I shouldn't rate her that highly as a performer. But I'm gonna do it anyway. He's gonna beat me. He's gonna beat me, bruv. He's gonna beat me, bruv. So yeah. So,
he rates Megan Good like he's gonna meet Devon Franklin one day, bro.
I will meet Devon Franklin, and I'll be like, shake my hand, brother.
I've been backing your wife, homie. I've been backing your wife.
Honestly, her performance was given, but then so was everyone else's. But Megan Good bias, I love Megan Good. I'm saying bias weird as well, isn't it? But anyways, I love Megan Good as the lead. I think she's a fantastic lead. But I do also really enjoy all of them, but if I was gonna say something,
oh my God,
it would have to be Ty. I'm sorry, I got it out. I love Ty. She's just great as well, man. She's chaotic.
What was it about Ty? Was it like the storyline, the character?
Yeah, it was the storyline, and yeah, it was definitely her struggle as well, and just it was a moment for me. It was a moment. Damn, my mind's gone blank.
Was it the flashback and you find out how she actually left her husband and then.
Yeah.
In New York left her. And
her monologue. It was her monologue in the washing up place with her then girlfriend. That was powerful.
This is how you know David's middle class, bro. I said washing up.
If you washing up liquid,
It's the laundromat, bro.
Laundromat. Do you even laundromat, bro? Do you, bruh? Anyways, Malu.
I think similar to you both, but yeah, Camille's character is, I feel, the most likable. So like, well, I don't know if it's just as a result of being the main character. Like, I did feel like, I like her. She seems like really nice. Similar, I'd, like, love to be friends with someone like her. But I think even after our discussion, I'm realizing it's true. No growth. There was no growth. And in terms of her storyline, as much as there were pockets where I was like, I'm really interested in, I'm invested, what's going to happen, it's probably not my favorite. I did like Ty's storyline and Quinn's storyline just because it was that whole idea of like with Quinn, I think it was the whole idea of, I'm this like rich girl, but I'm falling in love with a stripper. Like I liked that element of it. And then obviously her then suddenly becoming bi-curious or curious. I wasn't expecting it, but I welcomed it in that sense. But I will say Ty and Quinn just for now. But I do really like Camille. It sounds like I really don't like Angie. I like Angie, but I don't know.
Angie would be a Twitter favorite. Like,
I saw people raving about her still on Twitter and that.
Great,
but it was the episode where she was she went to the filmmaker screening. She kind of got under my skin a little bit in the episode, but no, she's great. But anyways, back to you guys.
David says that at the end. David says that at the end. I want to know exactly what David was talking about, but we ain't got that much time. Darren,
you ain't got that much time.
Please, Darren, favorite characters.
I'll say storyline wise, I'll say definitely Ty. I think the way things turn as well at the end, and the fact that it's kind of different to what you usually see or expect in terms of like male, female, and what position
she's playing palimony.
It would be in that situation. And I also just like her like acting as well. I just really believe her in her story. I feel like with Camille, I think sometimes it's just like I feel like sometimes she kind of annoys me. What kind of annoys me, like imagine you had a friend and you're like, why are you making that decision? Like kind of thing. That kind of annoys. But even if
that's quite an endearing way of annoyance. Like it's an annoyance in an endearing way.
Like, you're annoying, like, that's you kind of thing. That's why you're annoying, not like annoying, like I don't care about you kind of thing. But I feel like even with her storyline, I feel like there's something like subtle about it. Like for a main character or main storyline, I feel like I wanted more there. I feel like the actual storyline itself is just not. I don't know. It's not.
Do you know what's funny about that? I'm so sorry. We're running out of time, Darren. I'm so sorry. But I just want to quickly say, David, what Darren just said is almost verbatim what I said about Megan Good's acting.
Okay.
For the position she holds in a project, she does not offer enough.
Damn. All right.
And that's what it looks like when you marry someone of one sound and one mind and all that. Thank God.
So I think Angie, she adds the most like relevance to the like series in terms of like the issues she faces and kind of stuff. That makes it. I think without that, you kind of copy and paste this into like, maybe Ty as well. But I thought about Angie, you can maybe say, okay, this was like filmed or written like however many years ago, and it still fits. But I think hers makes it kind of like really relevant, which I think is really good. And with Quinn's storyline is cool as well. As soon as Isabella came in, I just kind of knew where it was going, and I feel like that kind of didn't make it exciting enough for me. Like, I didn't expect it before, but as soon as she came in, I knew what was happening, and I don't want to know that quickly. So I'll say Ty's storyline.
That's like episode 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So I'll say Ty's storyline and character is probably my favorite.
Well, big up Ty, or big up the actress who plays Ty. David, do we say actress or do we say actor for everyone now?
Actor for everyone now.
Well, big up actor,
just like a doctor.
Ty, and her name is Jerry Johnson. Big up Jerry Johnson. She's the favorite of this review. But guys, thank you so much for watching. this review of Harlem. We're gonna try to do more content like this, get some guests on here and see what we can talk about in the space of 20 minutes before Stacey comes back from Ghana with her, which is not real because she's not gay. She's not gay. But guys, thank you so much and we'll see you later. Peace.